Hey, what's up, guys? So I just I'm driving home, and I wrapped up the 2021 Bahamas WBFF men's fitness competition and won and became a pro champion. It was very, very difficult, and just a ton of hard work on behalf of me and my coach TJ. And I just wanted to talk about the importance of both sides of that equation as the athlete and the coach, and how crucial that is, and the mentality involved for those of you who want to get started. It doesn't have to be competing, or it doesn't even have to be fitness related, but just how important the mind is, and having a great mentor. So, in our case, what I did is, in selecting a coach, and yeah, I look at somebody like him, and I think he's looks just fucking crazy, unreal, and has been at it forever, just killing it forever, and that kind of consistency. Something I really admire, because you can't fake it. And so that's kind of how I got started. And it's much like my profession as a financial advisor. It's very important that you find somebody who is extremely competent and knows the ins and outs of whatever it may be. So in my case, in finance, I have to know all there is to know about someone's business they own, all their personal assets, their tax situations, what their goals are, what their time horizons are. And I love it when they grill me and evaluate me and my skills, because I'm very good at what I do and I love it. And so that comes first. So I say, hey, look, what do you have to do when you're trying to find an advisor? You have to find somebody who you think is extremely competent, who's going to give you results, consistent results year over year over year. Because even if you like me a lot, money talks. Well, that's great, we can be friends, but this is my money. This is very important, and it can't really bleed over. So that's got to be there. But then you've really got to have a good working relationship. Like, I'm good friends with most of my clients. We'll do stuff outside of the office for sure, and so it's a great working relationship. And if not, we have very good communication. We click, right? And so it's got to be the same way in fitness. You've really got to think that the person knows what the hell they're doing, and in that case, their physique should probably speak to that. It doesn't have to. There's a lot of coaches who don't look good and are amazing coaches. So I'm not gonna offend anyone, because that's just also not necessarily true. For me, though, that was something I really respected, and I think there's no way you can you can't fake that. You can't look like that and not know what you're doing. I played football all the time, and it's like, an ex-NFL guy telling me what to do, I'm more inclined to listen to than my fat head coach driving around on a golf cart. And so once that's been established, you've got to have a good working relationship with them, and you've got to make sure you communicate well and you work well together. It's obviously been phenomenal between us, and the results speak for themselves. And it's I can't emphasize enough how much of a team effort it is, and I really mean that. And bodybuilding is a total individual sport, but there's no such thing as an individual sport. It's not a football, baseball, basketball, but in our case, it's the hardest thing in the world, and it's the easiest thing in the world, because you trust the coach. I implicitly trust TJ's judgment and his plan, the fact that he wants the best, my best interests. And then he designs the perfect plan. You know, if I don't falter from the training and the diet, then it's there. It's a blueprint. All I have to do is follow the damn thing. But that's hard. You're hungry. Maybe you don't want to eat that much. Maybe you don't want to train that hard. Take no rest between sets. Go to failure and exhaustion. Like, that's no easy task. So that's why I say it's really hard and it's really easy. But that's all you. I feel like me as the athlete, that's what I control. I implicitly trust the plan and I follow it to the T. I do not falter from it. And I supply the work. And without both, it's not going to happen. If the plan sucks or isn't perfect, you're not going to get the optimal results. And certainly, you can have the best plan in the world, and if you're not willing to just execute and go in there and work your ass off every day and weigh out every meal every day, then your results are going to be suboptimal. So, you know, I just want to make it clear, and for me, I'm just the kind of person, as is he, as is any champ at the top of their game, whatever it may be. There's just a total common thread in the mentality. I always have a lot of questions and thoughts on this, and I posted something on a story, and it was like, hey, I'm getting photo shoots or something like that, and what should I do now? And a lot of people are, oh, go eat, you know, have some pizza, ice cream, whatever, party. And then one of my good friends from college, Anthony, was like, on to the next one, bro. Get in the gym, get training, do what you do. Knows me, and I loved that. And I said, fuck yeah, like, that's exactly what I want to hear. And you know, the pizza stuff it's like, yeah, yep. But that's not how I live. That's not what I want to do. Of course, I'm gonna refeed and get my body out of that grueling state, and that's healthy. But that's not what I want. I mean, I don't want to do that. I don't like to eat like that. I don't like to spend time out at the gym. I don't really like taking a break, because the way I see it is, not only could you die tomorrow, but life is short. And if you live 80, 100 years, it's short. You take a vacation, it's long, it's satisfying, you did everything you wanted to do, relaxed, had fun. It always comes to an end quick. It seems fast. And that's life. You'll be on your deathbed one day and you'll say, holy shit, that flew by. And for me, I just don't want to waste any of it. It's not that, just, it pains me. I just don't know another way. I don't like to feel like I'm wasting any kind of time. And it's not about just being intense for the sake of it or anything like that. It's just a mentality that you either have or you don't, I guess. But I just hate complacency, and I think why bodybuilding and developing your physique is so awesome is that it's never done. It's just always a work in progress, and you can be the best in the world, and you're not done. You're never perfect. You have weak points you can still bring up. You can keep defending your title, and I just think that's awesome. I've just always felt like I'm a student, and I'm at the bottom level, and I have a lot to learn. And I think that's one of my biggest gifts, is just having kind of an attitude of humility. And I'm not, I'm very grateful for that default mindset, because I think that's extremely advantageous. And I think it's extremely accurate. I think when you start getting an ego and that just breeds complacency, and that you think it's implied that you just think or have more skill than you do, because there's always more to gain, and you can always push farther. If you're the world champion, you're the world champion, so that means you can push harder than anyone else. You can get farther ahead than anybody else. And to me, that's very exciting. It's very rewarding, and I know TJ feels the same. And you don't even have to say it. It's your actions speak volumes about that. And so I just encourage you. I know this will seem like, oh, that's not me. I'm not that crazy. I'm not that intense. You just never know until you try. And on the flip side, maybe this is pumping you up and you say, hell yeah, that sounds awesome, I'm gonna get after it. But that's great, but I promise you, other things in life are gonna come up very soon, and this is gonna be a fleeting feeling. So the only way is for you to take action and experience it yourself, and that is what is gonna keep you motivated. Not watching a video. Any inaction very well may get you in the right mindset, but it's not going to sustain, and it's not going to get you the results. Only action will. It's organic. It has to come from within. You have to find that within you. And don't be discouraged if it doesn't come immediately, because sometimes it takes some time. So if you think you want to do something and you have something you want to achieve, stick with it for a while and really rule it out before giving up on it, because you just see too many people that just throw in the towel before they even started, and I just think that's a real shame, and that you'd be selling yourself short. But I'm very happy with the results. Sometimes these things don't really set in until later. You're just, not only are you drained, but you're in it's kind of strange, because you go in and you kind of expect it. You do everything you can. You never know what's going to happen. I always say of these contests that I just want to do everything that I can, and that's all I can control. And you let the chips fall where they may. And if you have improved over your prior self, the reward is not a trophy. It's your body and your mentality that has improved from the struggle. And that's the reward. The reward is in the process and not the achievement. And we got to win, and it worked out for me, and I'm very happy about that, and I'm very grateful to my team and the organization as well. And from there, it's just encouraging to know that you're not at the top, and that you have more of that fun to experience, more mountain to climb, and I'm addicted to that. But I appreciate all you following, and I'm more than happy to help. And if you want to get competing too, I'd love to help out with that, put you in touch with the right people, and give you the answers and the information you